Have you ever felt like you are responsible for someone else's salvation? I think as Christians, we all feel this way at some point in our lives. For me, it is for my children. For the longest time, I felt like I had so much responsibility when it came to their salvation. And while as parents, we do have a responsibility to help them find their way to Christ, their salvation is not on us. Our preacher actually preached on this yesterday, how salvation is solely up to God, but he does use us to bring other people to him. During the sermon, I immediately thought of the Samaritan woman that Jesus met at the well in John 4. The woman was drawing water from the well, and Jesus came up to her, and right off the bat, he told her things that there's no way he could have known. Then he ended up telling her that he was the Messiah, the one that they all were waiting for. She, out of excitement, dropped everything that she was doing and went back to her town of Samaria to tell others. She told them, "Come see this man who told me everything I ever did. Could he be the Messiah, the one that we've been waiting for?" John 4, verse 39 says, "Many Samaritans from the town believed in him because of the woman's testimony." But then verse 41 says, "So when the Samaritans came to him, they asked him to stay with them, and he stayed there 2 days. And many more believed because of his words." And this is my main point here. They said to the woman, "It is no longer because of what you said that we believe, for we have heard for ourselves, and we know that this is indeed the Savior of the world." Sometimes we can get too caught up in all the logistics, the doctrine of election, free will, God's sovereignty. But one thing I have learned is we have to be at peace with the fact that we will not always understand everything. But what Jesus teaches us with the woman at the well is that we are called to share our testimony with others. It could be just a brief mention of what Christ has done in our lives, or it could be a long, elaborate story. It is not our responsibility to save other people, but we do need to be obedient and share with others what God has done for us, because he uses us to bring others to salvation.